The IS-3A is a Soviet Tier A premium heavy tank. In 1956, the Military Armored Forces Academy developed a speculative design for a new loading system on the IS-3 and T-10 heavy tanks. The IS-3 variant featured a double-row ammo rack with an automatic loading system. The crew was reduced to 3 members: commander, gunner and driver. The turret was redesigned in order to accommodate the loading mechanism. The vehicle existed only in blueprints, but nevertheless Wargaming decided to put this tank into the game. Let's see how it fares in some gameplay. Hello guys and welcome back to World of Tanks Ace Tanker series. As you can see, today we'll be playing on the map Swamp and we'll be driving the IS-3A. And driving the IS-3A is dangerous. So the IS-3A is a Tier 8 premium heavy tank on the Russian heavy tank lineup, and that's basically a IS-3 without one crew member, and that's the loader. So the A stands for autoloader, and basically if you buy this tank you are going to get yourself another IS-3, which is pretty good in some parts and not that great in some others. And during this video I will try and explain some of these things. So it's basically the same armor as the IS-3. It has some small changes on the cupola. It doesn't have the 2 hatches that are considered to be a weak spot, but it still retains that weak spot on the top of the turret, so only 20mm of armor just above the gun mantlet. So if you encounter this tank, that's where you want to shoot if you can see it. It is an auto pen for everything that has above 60mm of penetration. Now we can see that Dangerous is playing pretty nicely here on his IS-3A. He is using this tank as you would use the regular IS-3. So get up to a corner and start to side scrape. Now he side scraped really nicely here against this 112 and against this Tiger, and he was able to put one shot in the in the 112 and bounce another shot from the 112 and the Tiger. So basically you get the idea what's the armor on this tank. It's the IS-3 armor, and only the difference that I already said is on the cupola. So another difference is that you get a different gun. So you don't get the BL9, you get a 122mm of penetration, 122mm gun, which has 221mm of penetration, which is, when you take a look at the other heavy tanks that are in the sale on the Wargaming shop, you get to see that this tank has more penetration with regular shells than the IS-6 has with premium. So the regular shells in this tank is the APCR, so you can expect your shells to fly pretty fast and you will not have to give much lead when you are shooting in front of the targets. Another thing that you have to be careful about this tank is the aim time and the gun dispersion. So the aim time is 3.5 seconds, which is pretty long, but it's in the margins with the other heavy tanks of this caliber. And the dispersion after a shot is 0.46, so the accuracy is 0.46 and the dispersion is pretty large. That means that you are going to fight this tank in the close quarters and you are going to get out, use your armor, put shells in the enemy's face and get behind cover. So I digress from the game. We can see that the heavy tanks have pushed really nicely on the left side and they cleared out most of the enemies that are here. Only the T-34 remains. But we can see that the medium tanks on the enemy team have pushed through the 9-0 line and came into the friendly cap. So In these kind of situations, in my opinion, it is best for you to go back and try and defend your cap and then deal with the rest of the tanks that are on the enemy side of the map. So this Drag Panther and the T-26C4 are not really doing anything from those positions that are less spotted, so you can ignore them while you go for the kills on the medium tanks that are trying to flank. So Dangerous decides to do the other thing. He goes forward, he pushes the flank as any heavy tank would do, and is relying on his teammates to deal with the attacking medium tanks that have pushed through. So the T-34 finally falls, but as you can see, the medium tanks are doing a great job against the heavies. They have flanked them and are putting shells in their sides. So really nice shot here. Even with the bad accuracy, he was able to shoot at the MX-CDC and put a huge shell in him. Now what he needs to do here is fight the tanks one by one, but in my opinion he makes a mistake here. He goes forward, gets shot 3 times, which is really bad, and his driver gets shot down as well. Another shell from the T-26C4 and he is down to 500 HP. So he could have played this a little bit better, not go forward, wait for the enemies to come to him and try and win like that. A huge shell from the Drag Panther in his back. He was lucky that this one didn't penetrate and finish him off, but with the nice reload that you get on this tank, he was able to reload in time to kill the Drag Panther. So the reload on this gun, I forgot to mention, is faster than the reload on the BL9, so you can get up to 6 shells per minute, which is pretty nice in a tier 8 heavy tank. Ooh, and sneaky little E-25 tries to kill him from the side, but fortunately he was fast enough to turn his armor towards the E-25, and the E-25 really cannot penetrate from that kind of position, and he is getting bullied all over this map. Gets killed. Now the Skoda and the shot on the side. Unfortunately he loses this game. Really nice gameplay, but he lost at the end. That's a GG, and let's take a look at the post-game stats. As we can see, Dangerous had a really nice game here. He got a couple of medals like Bruiser, Arsonist, Duelist, Fighter, Fire for Effect, a Cool-Headed medal, a High Caliber medal, and of course the Master Badge Ace Tanker. On the team score sheet, we can see that he finished first with 6,155 damage, 4 kills and 1,665 experience. On detailed report, we can see that he fired 17 shots, of which 16 hit the target and 15 penetrated. He was also able to block 4,800 damage, and at the end of the game he was able to get 131,000 credits in profit, which is pretty nice. I hope you guys saw what you can expect when you buy this premium tank, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you all for watching. If you didn't like the video, drop a dislike or leave a comment how I can improve the channel. And if you liked the video, hit the like button, share and subscribe for more content, as it really helps me out a lot. And also don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Google Plus to get the new content first, every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. And if you're wondering what to watch next, hit the little I button in the top right corner and it will lead you to another video. See you guys next time.